Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. So, New Zealand has gone into full-on New World Order mode, I see. Here is a headline: Government to consider mandatory masks, QR code scanning. This comes from the entity known as Jacinda Ardern, who of course is a fully signed up member of the World Economic Forum and Great Reset United Nations land, who will parrot Build Back Better all day long. If the Sheep Farm studio people are watching, this person is a good one to do a video on. Anyhow, Ardern is obviously following orders because she wants mandatory masks and QR code scanning. Here it is. I don't know what this guy is doing next to her, some kind of hand symbol. Anyway, it says here, government to consider mandatory masks, QR code scanning, PM Jacinda Ardern. The government plans to consider advice on mandatory mask wearing at alert level 2 and higher, and mandatory QR code scanning in high-risk areas. Locations considered to be high risk would include bars and restaurants and other places where people were at an increased risk, she said. The government would also consider mandating face mask use in regions that were at alert level 2 and higher, as well as some high-risk places, she said. Mask wearing is already mandatory on public transport. And this is all because, let's take a look at the cases graph for New Zealand. Oh, right, well, that looks very close to flat on the graph, doesn't it? Well, you had 2 cases the other day and 0 cases the next, then 9 cases. And apparently this warrants alert level 2 maybe. She then goes on to say, over time, requiring people to scan would become part of everyday life, much like showing ID in a bar, she says. Why are people going along with this crap? What is wrong with you? And then it says she's not happy that not enough New Zealanders have not downloaded the COVID track and trace app. Oh dear, you naughty people. Look, put away your phones, man, and stop downloading these fecking passport apps. This is the kind of situation that I feel all of these countries want to get into, where you have virtually 0 cases and just one person can lock down the whole country. It's crazy. I mean, look at the cases. This is a similar way that Ireland are behaving. And it does seem a lot of these countries that are surrounded by sea, that are islands, seem to be getting this treatment, much worse treatment, as opposed to countries in Europe like Spain or Netherlands. And why is that? Well, probably because you're surrounded by the sea. You can't get away. Like I've said before, QR codes for bars and places will only become a reality if you are foolish enough to accept it. A business can do it, it may not do it, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, if the public don't accept it, then whether or not the business does or not is irrelevant. It only works if the public go along with it. And why on earth would you want to do that? As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't follow the fake stream media.